We are living at an age of historic, extraordinary, and incredible Kiddush Hashem. We have seen over the past couple of years young men, women, husbands, fathers, sons, daughters be willing to sacrifice themselves to be Moser Nefesh for Hashem, for His people, and for His land. There are countless examples of heroic IDF soldiers who were Moser Nefesh for us, for Knesset Yisrael, and died al Kiddush Hashem. Toward the beginning of the war, in the end of November of 2023, I had the privilege of being with a group of YU students, young men and young women, visiting and being part of the experience that Knesset Yisrael, that the Jewish people were undergoing in this difficult time. I had the opportunity to spend a few moments at a Shiva home in Yerushalayim, in HaKodesh. The Friedman family was hosting the Shiva for their late son, the Kadosh Shachar Friedman. Hashem Yikom Damo Zchus Yagen Aleinu. Shachar was 21 years old when he went out to serve in the IDF and was fighting in the north of Gaza against terrorists when he died, when he passed away al Kiddush Hashem. I remember visiting in their Yerushalmi apartment, their Jerusalem home. The father was sitting in the living room, the sisters were sitting in the den, his girlfriend was talking in the kitchen, and his mother was on the patio. And his father was describing the life, the vitality, the smile, and the chesed of Shachar Friedman. Shachar had gone to the Himmelfarb religious high school in Yerushalayim, which suffered terrible losses in this war of its alumni. Shachar was one to see and care for those around him. He was involved in the Bnei Akiva, and his father described how he was always careful to identify who are the less cool, or sometimes the children with challenges in his high school, to make sure to include them and involve them in Bnei Akiva. Most extraordinarily, said his father, he wrote them a letter before he passed away, an ethical will, so to speak. And this was not uncommon during the past war, of young men who sent a note to their parents, if you are reading this. Shachar Friedman told his parents, he said, I am prepared to give it all for my country, for my people, for Am Yisrael. It's total acknowledgement of Mesiras Nefesh. He penned this note to his parents expressing his love for them, his connection to them. But this idea of a 21-year-old young man, he was a good-looking guy with a blonde beard, strapping young man, his whole life in front of him. But what does he tell his parents? He says if the opportunity presents itself, he is accepting the Kabbalas Ol Malchus Shamayim, the Kiddush Hashem that he is willing to take. B'shvil ha'am hazeh ani muchan limsorat hanefesh. For this people, I am willing to give my life. This model of Shachar Friedman, of the smiling and the chesed and the incredible Kiddush Hashem, is something which is not only his story, but the story of many, and should inspire so many of us to realize the Gedolim, the great people among us, and the Kiddush Hashem that is unique, that we are seeing in our day. Tehei nishmas u'tzura b'tzorah chai.